Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of PM Partners in Marriage. This is part two. I'm John Godbolt,
And I'm Bertel.
and this is again Partners in Marriage, where we share with you things that we feel like are making a difference in lives, marriages, homes, for our future, as well as the current circumstances that many of you are facing. We've been started last time on being more than lovers, being more than friends, reaching that place called partnership. And that's important because we're going to talk some more about what you need to do, what we feel like will make a marriage happy, not just longevity, but being happy in that longevity. Again, please go to our website. What we're sharing with you and so much more is on that website at www.partnersinmarriage.com. Okay, that's partnersinmarriage.com. Now today we're going to talk about part two, which is it is as simple as riding a bicycle. the topic sounds great, but sometimes people don't see the simplicity in being the partner because they don't see the emotion of riding a bicycle.
And the motion is, you got to have two. You cannot. It's not a unicycle. It's a bi cycle.
There we go.
Which means two, and so you got to have one going. And if you don't have two, and it's not stable with both of your feet, you're gonna fall off.
Yeah.
So you gotta. I guess maybe you chose that title because once you learn how to ride a bicycle, you really don't ever forget. You can get on there. You might be a little bit wobbly at first, but after you get your momentum going, you can ride it. And so that's how it is in marriage. Sometimes, with a bicycle, it might start off a little rocky, but if you keep pedaling together, it'll mellow out, and you'll be able to run smoothly on your path.
You read my mind. Thank you so much because the illustration, that's exactly what it is. Even if you hadn't been on the bike for a while, when you first started, one thing is keep pedaling. Just keep moving. Eventually, it'll get smoother. But the part about riding a bike together also is synergy, something we learned in leadership, and that is that the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. Something about people working together, if one does it by him or herself, and you add the other persons to it, it does not come out as much as when two of them are working together, the synergy.
Right.
So that's what happens when we say simple as riding a bike. I like that concept because, generally speaking, we both know our responsibility in the home.
Generally speaking.
That we can talk about it and we know without even saying anything. But if something comes up where I have to do something, like we had a funeral where I had to fly out of town all of a sudden and had to get there. Well, that left you to handle things that I would normally do at the house.
Right.
But what is temporary is not supposed to be permanent.
Exactly.
That's where sometimes it breaks down. Because you did it so well one time, I can just say, okay, well, I'm going this time, instead of going to a funeral, I'm just going to go play golf, or I'm going to visit somebody, and you can handle it. It's supposed to be a temporary situation that like we said earlier, the last session, I got your back. I can cover for you because this is going to be something you need me to do right now because of something that came up, and vice versa.
Right.
If you need me to cover something, and I know how you like the house, and I do as well, clean, but you watch certain things that let me know, babe, this part needs to be taken care of. Watch this. So now I'm thinking like my partner. So I'm going to make sure that part or that thing or that object is in place.
And I have a prime example of that.
Okay.
Because I was out of town last week with my sisters. Diane turned. She had a birthday.
Yeah.
And I don't know if she wants me to tell it or not, but she had a birthday,
Yeah.
and she wanted to do something different. And so we went to Pennsylvania, and we stayed in Delaware, and we just had a ball. We left that Monday, and we came back Thursday afternoon.
Right.
And when I got back, my bicycle partner had vacuumed the den. He had cleaned the downstairs bathroom. I walked in and it smelled clean in there, and the kitchen was clean. Everything was in place. So that was a partnership, because he knows how I like the house to be. And so that is a great example of the bicycle, because he did his part. He was driving, and sometimes another example I can think of, sometimes in a partnership, because you're already friends and you're already lovers, and now you're trying to mesh the partnership together. Yesterday I had another example of myself. I get my hair done, on Thursdays, and when he left me yesterday morning, I had on my nightgown and my hair was in my net, and I'm still his partner, but I wasn't cute at all. So I tried to he was down here, working on something, another project. And I was trying to keep, my clothes on, and trying to keep my hair down, and trying to look decent by the time he came.
She was trying to be a 10. trying to be a 10 when I'm out late. I get it, babe.
So I said, I waited, and I said, I'm going upstairs and get comfortable, and I'm going to pin my hair up, because we have other responsibilities, like about 8:30 or so.
Right,
and so
right.
when he came and I came back downstairs, I said, babe, I tried to wait on you so I could look cute, but this is what you have right now. So we're still partners. He said, that's all right. I see you. He didn't say, well, you could have waited a little longer or whatever, but he did not. And so he is, he's still my partner, and we still ride the bicycle together.
And I appreciate you saying that, because that's not something we see. You don't do that often. I mean,
yeah.
We talk about partnership. I'm picking you up from a trip that you had to go on, a cruise or something, but the ride back was from Miami all the way through North Carolina, then up to Salisbury, around another X number of hours, all day. And then when you got off the bus, it looked like you just got out of off a magazine. I said, man, that's how you do it. But I love it. To me, that's part of the hard work, but it wouldn't be worth it if there wasn't comments behind, I see you trying to be, oh, I love that, you girl, whatever.
Yeah.
Saying something about that makes the partnership, oh yeah, I'll do that anytime, because I'm getting those pats on the back. I'm getting those strokes. Yes, sir. That's what it's supposed to be. So when you say that, simple as riding a bike, the first thing is, when one is down, the other one is coming around.
Right.
Up. We keep this going. I got to work a little harder for a temporary reason, time, but then it'll be back to normality eventually. So yeah.
I wasn't complaining. I was just explaining.
I get it. And I'm not complaining either. But that's the realness of being married for 51 years going on and going forward, is that, hey, you've got to have these experiences to realize it's going to get, some days it's going to be like that.
Exactly.
But I got your back. And let me clarify, guys. She doesn't look bad, and I keep the house clean too. But it wasn't. I needed to make sure it was extra, just in case her sisters came in and want to use the restroom before they went home. That sort of thing. So
right.
We're watching out for each other.
Exactly.
Wow.
And that's what partnership is. It's caring and sharing in the relationship, and being consistent. It's not one day you're saying, oh, I want to be his partner, or maybe I want something, and I'm doing it for a different motive. But it's being consistent. Yeah. I don't ever have to worry about him taking out the trash, or taking it to the curb on Wednesday afternoons, or he doesn't have to worry about, even if I don't cook, I'll say, babe, can I pick you up something on the way home? I mean, it's sharing and caring. and it's consistent.
Yeah.
And that's the deal, the consistency in being the partner. Because you can't do it every now and then and expect the A. You know,
Exactly.
you gotta, it's a journey,
That's right. And when you-
ongoing, pedaling.
And when you stop pedaling, the bicycle is going to fall.
That's right.
Keep that in mind. Hey, guess what? We went over.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. No problem. We'll finish up part 3 next time. Just remember, marriage is not a destination, but a
It's
journey
a journey of love.